Have you ever sown your seeds only to watch them not germinate and not grow? Whether you're direct planting seeds like root vegetables such as carrots, turnips, and beets, you're directly planting them outside in your garden, or you're sowing the seeds in the trays in your greenhouse to get a head start on starting your seedlings, and you're spending 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes even a month, to see if the seeds will grow or not, and they don't end up growing, and all that time is wasted. Well, that happens if the seeds are old, they're not viable, and they have gone bad, and all that time is wasted. This is why we must test the seed germination rate and test the viability of seeds before we start those seeds. Now, you only have to do this with older seeds, not with new seeds. So if you bought fresh batch of seeds, you can skip this step, you don't have to do this. However, us gardeners, we always have packets of old seeds in our seed boxes, and this is where this comes in handy. Now, there are two main ways to test the viability of our seeds. The first way is the paper towel method. The second way is using the seeding trays. You must test the viability of these seeds at least 3 weeks before you start planting these seeds. So if you're starting your spring and summer vegetable seedlings in February or in March, you must test these seeds 3 to 4 weeks prior to that, so you know if they will grow or not. So let's first start with the paper towel method. Now, all seed packets have a timestamp on these seeds. As you can see, these seeds are from 2021. So let's see if they will grow. Now, the very first thing I do is grab some glass jars. I add my seeds in there, about 8 to 10 seeds per packet, and then I soak the seeds in water for 24 hours. After soaking the seeds in water for 24 hours, the seeds hydrate, and then I just lay down a paper towel and then drop my seeds along with water onto the paper towel. And then I just fold the paper towel and I add it to a Ziploc bag. The Ziploc helps to retain moisture and humidity for the seeds to germinate. The seeds really don't need the light to start germinating. Just place the seeds inside your house where it's a little bit warmer, about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 21 degrees Celsius. The seeds been sitting in the Ziploc bags for about 4 to 5 days. So let's open this up and see the germination rate of our seeds. So let me take the first one, the reddish out of here. There you go. You can see all of them have germinated. This means these seeds are viable. Now, this is a really quick and easy method to test the germination of your seeds. Now, guess what? You can also plant these sprouted seeds in your trays and start growing them into seedlings. Now, the second way to test the viability of your seeds is using the seed starting trays. So in a seed starting tray like this, sow one seed per each cell and sow a row of 4 cells for each variety of seeds you're testing. Now, to start these seeds, you must have optimal conditions. You must have light, you must have heat. So place these seeds right next to a window on heat mats, and these heat mats will provide enough warmth to keep the temperature up to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 21 degrees Celsius, which is perfect for seed germination. Make sure you mark each row to keep track of which seeds you planted in which row, so you know which seeds to keep and which seeds to discard. And here are the results after 3 weeks. As you can see, cabbage, carrots, and radishes, they have about 50% germination rate, while the curled kale did not grow at all. Now, by conducting these tests to test the viability of our seeds, we'll know the germination rate of seeds. So let's say only half of the seeds are growing, so the germination rate is only 50%. Normally, you'll add 1 seed per cell to grow your seedlings. However, if the germination is 50%, you might want to add 2 to 3 seeds per cell so that no space is wasted in the seed trays and all the resources are utilized. Now, if you're direct planting these seeds outside, you'll know how densely you need to plant them. So if generally you plant your carrot seeds at least 3 to 4 inches apart, if the germination rate is 50%, you might want to plant your carrot seeds 1 to 2 inches apart so that at least half of them germinate. But if the viability of these seeds is very low, only 10 to 20%, or they don't grow at all, I'll say just toss them. Now, you can test your seed germination anytime throughout the year. However, the best time to test your seed germination and the viability of your seed is in winter, when there's not too much going on. This way you can get ready for your spring and summer planting, and you'll know which seeds are viable and which are not, and you'll know on which seeds you want to spend the most efforts. Now, there are other things you can also do in winter, such as propagating plants from hardwood cuttings. And you can take cuttings from grapes, raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, and all sorts of plants to propagate these plants into new plants to start them in summer as well. Now, if you want to know how to propagate these plants from cuttings, check out this video in which I share a complete guide on which plants you can propagate from cuttings and how to propagate these from cuttings to start new plants so you can plant them in spring and summer. And I'll see you in another video.